Well, welcome to the 700 Club. On Monday, May 14th, the U.S. officially moves its Israel embassy to Jerusalem. The move is to celebrate Israel's 70th anniversary.
As Chris Mitchell reports, final preparations are well underway for what many see as history in the making.
The White House has released the official delegation for the opening of the U.S. Embassy here. While President Trump will not be attending, son-in-law Jared Kushner, daughter Ivanka, and others will represent the United States for the official opening on May 14th to coincide with Israel's 70th anniversary. Here in Jerusalem, city and State Department officials are getting ready for the move of the embassy just days away. The Israeli and American banners you see behind me as you approach the consulate are just some of the big changes taking place. Workers are taking down consulate signs and installing new ones pointing to the soon-to-be U.S. Embassy. Even Jerusalem Mayor Nir Barkat came to have his picture taken with the new signs. Workers are planting new trees and landscaping the road leading up to the embassy. On the other side, heavy equipment is constructing a new access road to the embassy. The consulate is located in the neighborhood of Arnona, where, according to National Police spokesman Mickey Rosenfeld, security will become a much greater priority.
In terms of security and the level of security, it will be of its highest in the same way as it was also in the area of Tel Aviv on the beachfront there. Security in Jerusalem is more sensitive, taking into consideration also the nearby neighborhoods that can be problematic in certain periods throughout the year. But we're coordinating closely together with American security, border police units that are on the ground as well that are protecting this specific area, this neighborhood and this site. And we won't take any chances whatsoever in the next coming period.
For security reasons, we can't show all the changes going on around the consulate, but the new seal of the embassy is being prepared for next week's ceremony. Whatever changes, Rosenfeld says the embassy move is significant on a number of levels.
Tremendously important, tremendously significant, both on a government, political level as well as a security level. It's a move that should have taken place many years ago. The Israeli police will protect the area, will protect the neighborhoods. Jerusalem is calm and quiet, and we're continuing to make sure that it stays that way.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, at the soon-to-be U.S. Embassy here in Jerusalem.
Now, some can say this has been long overdue. Israel, as a sovereign nation, gets to designate its capital, and it's the only sovereign nation in the world where the rest of the world doesn't recognize that designation. Jerusalem has been the capital of Israel for a long time, but the embassies have all been stuck in Tel Aviv. And it's about time. And here on the 70th anniversary of the founding of Israel, the United States is moving its embassy to Jerusalem. Guatemala is going to follow on the 16th. And Lord willing, all the other nations will come into line and say, yes, let's go up to Jerusalem. Now, on Monday's 700 Club, we're going to have live coverage of the opening of the embassy, so you don't want to miss that. In other news today, we're learning new details of President Trump's upcoming summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Ephraim Graham has that story and more.
Gordon, that summit will take place June 12th in Singapore. The small nation in Southeast Asia is considered neutral territory, even though it is much closer to North Korea. Both countries have embassies there. President Trump says his goal is convincing North Korea to get rid of its nuclear weapons. Following the president's success freeing 3 imprisoned Americans, Christians, religious freedom groups are pressing for more. They want him to call attention to the tens of thousands of North Korean Christians imprisoned right now in labor camps. In countries across the world, Christians are persecuted for their faith. At a recent hearing on Capitol Hill, religious leaders shared some of those stories of persecution.
Distributing Bibles in Saudi Arabia is illegal. Priests must go underground undercover as cooks or mechanics. The fanatical intolerance of everything Christian extends to a crackdown on red roses on Valentine's Day.
The U.S. Ambassador for International Religious Freedom, Sam Brownback, attended those hearings. He says the Trump administration is committed to defending religious freedom and, quote, naming and shaming transgressors. There are far too many. Gordon?
There are far too many, and you can view the current climate against Christians as to be as extreme as it was back in the days of the Roman Empire. when you look at the genocide that Christian communities in Iraq and Syria have gone through in the past decade, the horrible persecution in Egypt, persecution even in a democracy like India, Indonesia, the ongoing persecution in Turkey, Malaysia. These are things that need to be highlighted. We need to be aware. We need to be standing with our brothers and sisters in the faith.